Hi guys, and welcome back to Dream Queen. Perla here. So I know everybody had a rough week. It eased up a little bit during the middle of the week, and then it picked up again over the weekend. Trust me, I'm aware of it. I am right there with you guys. So any questions as to what it is that I do, services that I provide, down below on the description. As well, I did end up adding like a donation section, I guess, because some people have been asking me, like sending me emails and stuff. So the link is down below. So we're gonna jump right into to do elements today. See if we can get through all four, right? We're starting off with water. I'm gonna keep on. My throat keeps on like shh, 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 shh. Like be quiet. The song that I got for the water elements is Life and Love and the Meaning of by Billy Currington, I think is his name. It'll be down below so you can look it up. Well, I posed a question and got no reply. Maybe God's just saying, why ask why? So it's kind of funny because I woke up this morning and I'm like, seriously, can I just get some stuff done? Like, can I get the kids to, like, you know, on the bus at least before I jump into it? Because their energy for the water element is coming in very strong. And it's more of a, you know, as I was saying, the past week anyways, the masculine energy has really been woken up to the reality of life itself, and you know what they held to be very like important or priorities are kind of like everything is like shifting, like whoa, what is going on here? And they're in this period where they want to fight off, I want to say, that heart part, the part that they have been completely disconnected to, the part that has stopped them from moving forward in the connection that they know that they have to move forward. And again, as I always say, my readings can be whether you're a water sign or your person is a water sign, but this really feels very strong on head on, like the water signs. They are in this place where they know what they feel, they know where their heart is leading them, but they want to know the end game. And you have to understand that we are here to experience the now, the present time. And we may not have it all figured out, but it's like, they're like, can you just like, you know, like tell me, or like show me, or just let me know, like, you know, is it going to work this time around? Whether it is, you know, a continuous repeated cycle with their person or not, or if you just met your person. Well, it goes like two ways. Like, you know, we've had so many failed times, never made it past a certain point, or I've had so many failed relationships, and now I meet this person that has awakened this inside of me, like these emotions and these feelings that I was unaware of. Is it going to work this time? Can you just let me know? And it's like, you know what? This is where your heart is, like basically God, the universe, the source is telling them this is where your heart is leading you. So just go and stop asking so many questions. And it's like they had everything, their entire, they were so focused on everything outside of themselves, so focused, so disconnected with their heart, so disconnected with their soul, that everything got entangled, everything got clouded, that's what I want to say. And it's like you have two options. Either you stay where you are at now with the confusions and the cloudiness, even though you're being pushed to go in a certain direction, or you go ahead and you follow without the knowing. But some of them are still stuck on that. Well, I know this already, so why am I going to go either back? I don't know why they keep it coming back. Or why am I going to go into that? Well, we're going to just go ahead and see what our beautiful elements want to show us today. Revisiting their past and with everything. So this is more for people that have been on that old cycle with, right? I have like so many things like wanting to like attach themselves to me today. Anyways, there so this part of the reading anyways is for those people that have been on that continuous cycle with their person, and it's like, okay, we've gone through this, and this is from the masculine energy that I'm sensing. And it's like, as much as they have tried to move on, as much as they have tried to be with other people, and as much as they tried to replace their person, or they've tried to look at things from a logical sense, their person has never left their mind. Their person has always been there. They can sense it, they can smell them, see them. That's weird. And that is in essence why those relationships that they encounter with other people have not worked, because it's like, even though I'm not personally, I do not like comparing people, because I feel like every person is an individual. The water signs have been in that position where every person that they date, every person that they meet, when they're attracted to these certain peoples, is because they're drawn to something that reminds them of their person. But once they engage in these relationships, or they engage in these engagements, or whatever it is, whether it's just sex or whatever, they start to compare, well, my person doesn't do that, or they won't say my person, but so-and-so doesn't do that, so-and-so doesn't carry herself that way, so-and-so doesn't. And it's like, oh, what you perceived from the person you met was something, in essence, where your heart was trying to make the connection with you to pull you back to your person. But instead, because you are refusing to follow your heart. I'm sorry, one of the trucks are coming. They're actually doing the landscaping in the backyard, which is kind of beautiful because they're adding new trees and stuff. Because I went off on the landlord. I was like, you cut up all these trees? Are you freaking crazy? Like, I was be staring like out of the porch. I got them like, are you kidding me? Like, and they're like, what? And I would go ahead and talk to like all the workers. I'm like, you know, you're ruining the world and this and this and that. And they're just looking at me, and I guess there's two owners. One of them owns a landscaping company, and he is the one that is actually decided that he was going to make everything green and like nature for me, because he's like, I see how much it affected you. I was like, thank you, because, you know, I don't care. Like, I need my nature like close. You know, I don't want to have to walk up the hill to get that sign. It's like I want to walk out the door and have it right there. Anyways, and I feel like that's what the water signs are in. It's like, you know what, I don't want to have to keep on pushing through with this certain, you know, whatever situation they're in now, and try and look in another person what I already know isn't this person. So it is more of an essence of pushing forward and allowing their emotions to come through. And again, I want to remind my DFs out there, especially with the huge shift that we had. I know that I've been talking about it for about a week or whatever, on and off, but you have to understand that at the point that they are now, you have to just continue on doing the work that you have been doing. And I am not saying to revisit things that you already know that you healed. So, because at this point, moving on, it's about the DMs have to make the choice. And we cannot continue on blaming ourselves or something within our alignment that is pushing them away, because they are at a different stage right now. They are in a different cycle. We are in a different cycle. This is a different, completely different game changer. And we have to stay focused. We have to come into the understanding that what is in us that connection that we have did as much as it could. And the same way that we had free will and choice to go ahead into this journey, once we became aware of it, now they are at that place. And I hope that my words are understood in the way that I want them to come out. So allow them to go through this part of the process, because it is not about not knowing. It is not about not feeling. It is now they are at that point where they have to choose. Do I continue on repeating the cycles, or do I just move forward with what I'm supposed to do with this connection? Now, if your person decides to continue the cycle, it does not mean that you have to continue those cycles with them. You have learned everything that you had to learn. Everything is being revealed to them as to why things happened the way they did. They have to choose if they want to continue those cycles or not. You can't allow yourself to be pulled back into that, because you are already out of it. And I really, really want to emphasize that. You are out of those cycles. Now, you have, just like they do, a choice. Do you want to go into that, into the past? Do you want to go into those cycles and repeat them? That's your choice. But know one thing, there's nothing new for you to learn there other than frustration. And, well, maybe there is one thing you can learn, selfishness. Because you're going back into that cycle because you feel that you can't live without your person. And it is not about that. So maybe some of you still have to come to the understanding of what real, true self-love is. And when something is yours, when something is meant for you, doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter what's happening. Because at the end of the day, it is still yours. But sometimes we ourselves push things away because we want to have such a control. And the control with us, with the feminine, is coming in with focusing so much that it is about our alignment. Yes, at one point it was, but we did what we had to do, and now we have to just keep moving forward. For those of you where your connection is newer and fresher, it is the more... Let her out. Come on, Zena. Go. 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 Go to the door. It's okay. Sorry, you guys are going to have to just deal with her barking because she's not leaving the front of my door. But at least I got her out of the room, right? So for you, those of you that the connection is fresher, it's newer, hasn't gone through the repetitive cycles, has had cycles, but not as many as when it becomes, to the older ones. Those are more of becoming into an awe of, can you relax? It is more about grasping of how different you are to everyone else that they have encountered. And they have to get to that understanding that this type, you know, that people like you really do exist, and that the type of love, the type of unconditional love that you bring to the table is available, because in the past, all they have known is unconditional love. And now she wants to come back in the room. Sweetie, you're going to have to calm down. And I had never heard her howl like that, like before, even when we're outside. So that was kind of weird. Anyways, it is about coming into that understanding that this type of love can actually happen in life. Whereas this is a problem with these dogs. It's like they want to come in, they want to go out. They want to come in, they want to go out. And it's like they bark, they stop barking. They bark, they stop barking. It's like, seriously, just let it go. And again, I'm not restarting any videos. I'm sorry. It is what it is. This is my life. Got 2 beautiful dogs at home with me during the day. And that was my male dog. He just came and laid down in my bed like, I'm going to look out the window because I know they ain't coming in here. And I feel like that's what it is with the family. Like, we're constantly on guard for things that we shouldn't even be on guard. And the things that we should take precautions to, we don't, because we're so focused on guard with things that are so irrelevant. Meaning, we are on guard as to what our DM is doing. Who is he with? Who is he hanging out with? What is he posting? What is he talking about? Who is he talking to? Where is he going when he goes out? Who is he going out with? And da 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 da. And it's like, all the important things are just flying right over your head, because you're so consumed again into wanting to control a situation that you have no total control over. We have to come to that understanding, whatever you want to call it. We have control to a certain point. She is on fire today. Yes, mama. Come over here. Zena. Yes, her name is Zena. She's a warrior princess. And Buster, he's my jokester. My jokester. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Yeah, puppy. Gina. No, you have to get off the table. Okay, off the table. Yeah, guys are so much easier than girls. Come over here, mama. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Both of you, it's okay. This is what I deal with. Okay, Gina wants to say hi. Okay, Gina wants to say hi. Yeah, she's on a harness because when we go out, I have to, so I can take him out and call him when he comes. She goes on full attack mode, and always has been. So I feel like, you know, that's what it is. Like, yes, we have to always be prepared, and they're fighting for a toy now. Like, mine. It's like, my heart. So if you hear them growling, they're not fighting. This is how they play. They play rough. And it's like she's just laying down, and he's the one, like, he brings the toy, and then he takes it. And then she's like, he brings her the toy, and then he takes it. And it's like, in an essence, it's kind of like what's going on with the feminine and the masculine. It's like, they bring you a little, they allow their soul to come through, and then their ego pulls it back. So you have to, that is what we should be focusing on. That's what we should be battling, and not so much the physical things that we're seeing, because we're no longer there. And I want everybody to understand there, that we are no longer in the times where we were a week ago. And I do really, you know, pray that people can receive it, because if you don't, then it is not anyone's fault but yourself, because you're not taking the responsibility of taking that time to quiet down and realize what is yours inside and what is going around that is trying to distract you from what you should be focusing on. And I really honestly do hope that this video helped you guys, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.